It's time for the Texas Sportsman. With your host, Fred Rodriguez. And your co-host, Cindy Rodriguez. Brought to you by Pueblo Tires, Capital Farm Credit, Theocides Gonzalez Law Firm, South Padre Boat Rentals, Quantum, and Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors magazine. Let's go outdoors with the Texas Sportsman. Gotta have it. Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Texas Sportsman. It's another beautiful morning at South Padre Island, Texas. Captain Big John Reese will be taking us out of Pirates Landing, and we'll be fishing for some trout with lures. And we'll also be catching some huge redfish with cut ballyhoo. Remember, folks, with Captain Big John, you don't go fishing, you go catching. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Texas Sportsman, Tracking Outdoors. Gotta have it. Welcome back to the Texas Sportsman.
I'm retrieving real slow and I haven't gotten stuck. I'm trying to find them on the bottom. Nice, nice, nice. Did you catch them on the way down?
Right when it landed.
Right when it landed?
Yeah. On the way down.
Nice speckled trout. 4 feet of water. Maybe we're coming up in them.
It's on.
Sometimes you gotta fish them like bass.
Yeah.
You know. We just need them to be a little bit bigger.
There's some big ones in here, so we'll catch a few in a bit.
And we got one here. Feels like a catfish though. I think it's a trout, John.
Yeah, it is.
He's gonna be short. This one has the purple and yellow gulp, 4-incher. Another hungry trout.
We're in about 4.5, 5 feet of water. And these trout are at the bottom. They're not on top.
Mm-hmm.
And the male, nice, healthy one. So with that heavier jig head that I'm using, I'm able to work the same speed, work it quick, but lower down on the bottom.
That's what it takes sometimes, working that speed, figuring out where they're at.
And at the same time, I get a further cast too.
Yeah.
So I'm able to cover more water. Let's see how this one passes.
It's a nice one. Good trout. Here we go. Fish on.
Fish on.
Oh yeah. Got him on the OK Wiggler. Nice trout. Fishing about 4 feet of water. Double hook up. There you go, John.
Nice trout. This would have been a keeper, but with the new regulations, 17 to 23, gotta do our part. So.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a law. Hey, you're watching the Texas Sportsman. Get over here, Big John. And we're doing another Big John adventure, South Padre Island, Port Isabel area. Always a good time out here with Big John. What we're doing right now is we're fishing in about 4 feet of water.
About 4.5, 5 feet.
4.5, 5 feet of water. Wind conditions, John?
We got a very light variable wind out of the southeast, which is almost nothing. Got a little ripple, but we're moving a little bit. Typically when I fish this deeper water, I use a heavier jig head because I want it to be in the bottom, but I want to work a little fast. Obviously when you use a lighter jig head, you have a tendency of working fast. It wants to bring that jig head, your lure to the top. So I'm using a 3/8 ounce jig head.
You got to figure out the level of the water. Do you want to do a real slow retrieve like I'm doing now? Maybe sometimes the trout are on the bottom, okay, of the water level. Sometimes they're in the middle, and sometimes you just get in them. So let's see if we're going to get in them. Stay with us on the Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors. We're out of here at Port Isabel, Texas, South Padre Island, Texas. We'll be right back right after this.
The Texas Sportsman will be right back. Gotta have it. Welcome back. You're just in time. Captain Big John is hooked up. Gotta have it.
Fish on, John.
He's on.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this one might.
That's a good one. Perfect size for ceviche. It's got to be 17 inches, folks. If you're just tuning in to the Texas Sportsman, we're fishing out of here at South Padre Island with Big John. Big John's Guide Service. You got to be 17 inches. Our slot on the speckled trout here in Texas right now, currently 1723.
17 and over 17. It's on.
John's a hot handle. Oh, that one will
nice
work.
one.
That'll work. Automatically, you can see the size of
Yeah,
that
that
trout
one's
right there. That's a beautiful speckled trout.
Typically, the spring months is when you usually get, I mean, you get trout lures all year round, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the spring months is when I have a tendency of fishing more closer to the bridge.
This is a time also when the shrimp are hatching, right?
Yeah, shrimp are hatching, so the trout just have a tendency of being closer, you know, through these, you know, right here by the intercoastal, so we're in deeper water, and they come in and out with the currents here. This was your bait obviously comes in and out. Obviously the whole area, right? But when you have these ruts like this, it kind of channels the bait more. The current runs a little.
There it is, right there. Right there, I saw it. It hit
nice.
right there. Oh my gosh. Did you see that one? It
I
hit.
saw your lure coming out of the water, just saw it come up right
That was nice. It's exciting, man. Even though it's a small one, okay, I saw it right there, probably 12 feet from the boat. And it's exciting, man. It's exciting as you're talking about it, working it, and then you catch it. We'll let that one go.
Get a little bit bigger.
When you go fishing with Captain John, you go catching. Good fish, good fish.
Yeah, good fish. You hit it right when it landed.
That's the old purple one?
Yeah. The good thing is, well, what we try to do is we try to find the right color for. Obviously, every day is different, so what might have worked yesterday is not going to work today. And so I mess around with the colors. Chartreuse white are usually the best ones. Purples, plum colors, white are good colors to use.
Let's see what we can figure out right here.
You don't have that margarita?
I do.
That would be a good color to use.
Mansfield margarita. This one has the willowtail. Let me show you that one. That's what it's all about, man. When you have different color lures, it's kind of like my wife. She has all these pairs of shoes. I just have lures. I think I have 2 pairs of shoes.
It's always good to get one on your first cast on a different lure.
Once you're in the fish, you want to work another drift, but tell the folks how you go back around it. Don't cut right in back.
Well,
you know.
Typically what we do is, when we're looking for trout, obviously they move around. So once you find where they're holding, I usually do a pin on it. And obviously my GPS is marking my tracks. So then I could try to go back to this general area where those trout are at. Now right here, we're fishing in an area where we have boats behind us. I have a boat right here next to me. I don't want to cut in front of them. I try my very best. So we try our very best to try to do boat etiquette to get other captains or other fishermen. So right here, what I'm going to do is we just do a drift like this. I notice a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll come back and they'll go like this and come like, you know, they'll do a real tight pattern to come back around. What I do is I do a half moon. So if I do a drift like this, I go out and come all the way back around. The reason I do that is because the fish are holding a certain area, and when you run that close, that motor will push the fish either left or right. When you do that big circle, you kind of went by them already, you went around them, and you kind of leave them alone for a while, at least for a couple of drifts. So you're able to get on them, you'll get a little more consistent on catching a little more fish. So those are just little tips that help me out a lot.
It helps me. Been doing it for a long time, so we'll be right back.
Texas Sportsman, tracking outdoors, gotta have it.
Howdy, folks. We're fishing out of South Padre Island, Texas with Captain Big John Dries.
Folks, if you never fish out here, you're looking for a fishing guide, this guy right here has been on the Texas Sportsman for over 11 years already.
Fish on. That is a red. A small one. Oh, it's a trout. Nice trout.
Good sized trout, bud.
Welcome back to the Texas Sportsman. Got a nice little trout there. Probably right about almost 19. We're using ballyhoo. We caught that one on ballyhoo.
We had a little trout action this
There's
morning.
some trout action there. We had a school of dolphins come in on us, so
Yeah.
we went and switched that out. Try to go and target some reds. Try to get a couple of reds in the box, and then this nice little trout popped in.
Awesome, good one.
Nice.
Woo! Oh man, John, that one hit good. That one hit good. When you hook onto a redfish like this, it's exciting. Fishing out of South Padre Island, Port Isabel, Texas. With Captain Big John Reese. Woo! Ho, 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 ho. Here he comes, here he comes. Saw the boat, saw the boat.
He even has a little bit of salad there with him.
Yeah,
Nice.
little salad, little black redfish. Maybe we'll save some of it and take it over to Marcus at La Pesca. I'm gonna bring it to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right in there.
There it is.
There it is. That is Fishing Clinic 101. When you hook onto one of these, they're exciting. Just reel them in. Make sure your equipment is good, and make sure you head on over to Port-I Marine Outfitters, Port Isabel, Texas. You can restring your lines there. Big John, that's a good redfish there, huh, John?
Nice red.
Yeah, check that out. Here it is right here. Big John's Fishing Guide Service, South Padre Island. It's a keeper red. Slot reds here in the coast that we're in, Lower Laguna Madre.
2028.
2028, 3 redfish per day. Beautiful. That's keeper there. Gotta have it. Let's do it.
Gotta have it, brother. Fish on. Feels weird.
Is it a red though?
Look like a catfish. Oh, it's a whitey. Look at that.
Hey, that'll go good for your salad.
I got stories behind these little fishes. You know what? If you were raised here in the valley, this is something was part of your food diet when you were little. I ate this a lot when I was a little kid.
We would catch these in the surf.
Yeah, when a little kid, mom would take a cast iron big old skillet with a tub of lard, scale them and cut the head tail off with a tortilla, and that was pretty much dinner right there, lunch. I got him. Feels good. This one does feel like a red. The other one felt a little weird just because of the way it hit. But this one does feel like a red.
Good redfish, Big John?
Yeah, it feels like a decent red. Probably about 24, 25. This is very important. If you guys get a new boat and you're fishing like this, I've seen it so many times happen on the boat where you get a redfish and they want to stay in the front. You want to remember, you want to follow them because that red is going to come back to the motor. You want to make sure you're in a position to where you can pull them out of the motor and not get caught up. These guys are big for a reason. You ready? There we go.
That should keep, Big John?
Yeah. Oh.
Another tip, okay, you notice what I just did right there? Sometimes you'll get excited, you're in a tournament, you're fishing, and you have the net over here on this side of the boat, okay? Make sure you bring your net inside because the hook just came off right there.
Yeah.
And it could have just jumped out. You know, if this would have been like a...
Did you break my net?
Well, I tell you what, you're going to have to either go to the tackle box, hook, line, and sinker, or Port-I Marine Outfitters, but they got some good nets there, John. Make sure you go see those guys.
23-inch red.
All right, that's a nice pan fry. That'll fit right in the box. Hey, you're watching the Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors with Captain Big John Reese out of South Padre Island, Port Isabel area. Got a nice 23-inch redfish. We'll be right back right after this.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Texas Sportsman. Welcome back to the Texas Sportsman. Things are heating up. We're hooking up with some redfish using cut ballyhoo right out of South Padre Island, Texas.
Fish on, John.
Here,
John.
grab this one, I'll grab that one.
He was trying to confuse me there. But hey, welcome back to the Texas Sportsman. I'm Fred Rodriguez, your host. And I tell you what, oh, that's a nice redfish, guys. It's a nice redfish. John, you're gonna have to fix this dip net.
There's a limit how many reds you can put in a net, so.
Yeah, I think this one's over We're gonna have to go see my buddy Rick over there at Port Marine Outfitters. Oh my God!
Keeper.
We're walking on this beautiful 24-foot shallow stocker Cat 240. There it is.
Great boat, isn't it?
It's a nice boat, plenty of room. Look at that beautiful redfish.
Like that sound, don't you?
You love it? And there it is.
Yes. Nice fat red.
And that's how it's done. Woo! What happened, folks, is it hit it, and then my line got slack, so the fish was coming toward us. And then I said, game on, once it pulled, okay? Again, we're fishing out of South Padre Island, Captain Big John Reese. You want to book a trip, give him a call right here, 266-2102-956.
Look me also on Facebook under Big John's Fishing Guide. Just get ready to have a good time.
Man, we are having a good time.
Look at the shoulders on that red. That's a heavy red right there.
He's right over 28 and a half. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and release that redfish. Beautiful redfish for another day. Woo, doggy, beautiful.
There it is.
Full of spunk, man, full of spunk. Now, a lot of people are saying, why did he release that? Well, let me explain something to y'all, okay? When you get a fishing license, you get that one tag, okay? But I got the whole summer to fish. My license expires August 31st. I could have tagged that fish, okay? And what you want to do is you got to clip it, the date, cut it out, right on the back of it, do all that stuff, tag the fish correctly, put the line on it's got to be on the fish.
You're allowed actually one more tag after that.
Exactly.
You take the tag off, takes it to the Parks and Wildlife, or
you can go to Walmart, you can go to Quick Stop, you
pay
can go
the $5 and then you get one more tag.
Yeah, you go to Blue Marlin here in South Padre Island, do that too. But I decided just to let it go because we're having a blast.
Having fun, ripping lips. Let's look at the sound of that.
Your turn, Big John. When you go fishing with Captain John, you go catching, as Marcus Virial says, from La Pesca.
Like La Pesca, yeah.
Oh,
nice oversized.
He's oversized, buddy.
Yeah, he's gonna be over.
Woo! Monster.
He's gonna run one more time right here when he sees us. Right when he sees Fred with that net. Oh my goodness, get over here.
You think that one's oversized, guys?
I don't know, he's close. He might be right on the button.
This is another adventure on the Texas Sportsman with Captain John. Here we go. Here we go.
He looks over.
Bring it on over here. Let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got here.
It doesn't get old. This is awesome right here. The feeling right here. When you go fishing with Captain John, you go catching. Yep, another one over. That one was a 28 and a half, maybe 28 3/4. Well, folks, that wraps up another adventure on the Texas Sportsman. What a way to end it, John.
Yeah, nice fish.
Oh
beautiful
my gosh,
red.
Another oversized redfish.
Dots on this side.
Look at the pretty dots on it. Thanks for tuning in on the Texas Sportsman. We're gonna let this fish go. Till next week, we'll see you on the Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors. Hey, go to our YouTube page and subscribe to it. Go to his Facebook page, check it out. Go to my Facebook page, we're on there, Instagram, all that good stuff. Till next week, we'll see you on the Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors. Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Thanks for watching. See you next time, Texas Sportsman. With your host, Fred Rodriguez. And your co-host, Cindy Rodriguez. Texas Sportsman was brought to you by Pueblo Tires, Capital Farm Credit, Theocides Gonzalez Law Firm, South Padre Boat Rentals, Quantum, and Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors magazine. Gotta have it.